by canoe and raft along the Fraser River through many communities and the wilderness.
It's a completely new experience and I'm really looking forward to it.
And just go on this incredible journey with these wonderful people and experience something totally unique, out of this world, really exciting.
It's a 25-day journey, and you start up in the headwaters where we are now, and you go by canoe in a big Voyageur canoe with a team of other people from across the province. Then you get on a raft, you go through the canyon of the Fraser River, you get back into a Voyageur canoe all the way out to where the Fraser River meets the ocean. It's a really powerful experience, and it's incredibly inspiring to be among a whole bunch of other like-minded individuals from around the province who you wouldn't get to meet otherwise.
I am on this incredible journey to learn about leadership skills, to bridge more of the sustainability side of what I care about in my overall career and studies, and to, bring that out in a more physical way by having a first-hand experience.
It puts together all the ingredients of a strong education program. I mean, it's experiential, you're out there doing the things that you're discussing in the evening around the campfire. You're having some classroom activities here in the headwaters to learn about the Fraser River. You're interacting with other leaders from across the province, sharing ideas and becoming comfortable with each other and building a team that will become the foundation for the rest of the trip.
I'm here to raft and canoe down the Fraser, just to work on and learn more about sustainability and how we can do things better.
We were here sharing our stories of how we came to this trip, what we hope to get out of the experience.
Each of us took a turn and went up and gave a presentation of ourselves with describing our lives as the past, and then our current ecological identity and our future, where we're headed in and what we hope to get out of the program, and as well, some of our concerns, like why are we here? What bothers us? What's going on in the world around us that we're concerned about that would make someone want to come on the Sustainable Living Leadership Program?
Each person went out and found a spot near the river, somewhere in the river, by the river, and just spent some time reflecting about the river, about the journey that we're about to undertake, and about why people are doing this trip.
It gave me a moment to reflect on how everything is related. So I looked at the piece of branch of cedar that I had pulled, and it looked exactly like the Rivershed. I always find how things are all related. Everything is connected.
We've lost our connection to the natural world, and this program helps us to get that back. It unplugs us from all of our communication devices, from our cell phones, from our computers, and we're actually out there living on the land in the natural environment for 25 days.
Practice run was only maybe half an hour, but our actual trips will be about 4 to 5 hours in between each campsite.
I really liked sitting at the rear of the boat and looking forward and seeing everybody moving in motion at the same time when we were, because when we were off, we knew that we had to correct that and get in sync with each other.
We spent 3 days paddling from the headwaters and down to the Goat River Valley.
I guess I've learned through just experiencing all the communities along the way and the people we meet and the places we go, just how integral the river is to the province.
Places really define people and people really define places. Everywhere we go, we encounter people that are from the area, and it's so interesting to observe them and converse with them and hear them talk about the things that they're concerned about.
It's been nice, it's been really good getting from the different climate zones. We went from the huge towering forests to the shrub and cactus. So it was a nice change from the dampness to the dry heat.
But it's almost like we've become this little nucleus, this family, and we're a well-oiled machine. We get the boat ready, you know, we set up camp, we help each other on the rafts.
With the people, it's been nice to getting to know everybody more, sharing more stories, more experiences. We had a great discussion about this thing called the Empire and the Great Community, and people talked about which way our world's going towards and how we can change everything and how we are changing everything.
It's wonderful to watch the transformation in the participants. I mean, it's hard to put it into words really how wonderful it is. There's some real characters. You really get to know people on this trip. Because you are together for such a long period of time, you get to delve into some really deep, meaningful conversations.
The river sustains myself and has sustained my people since time immemorial. So the importance of the health of the salmon is something that I will always be connected to. There's a lot of logging industry all along the river. So it's important to me to create a lot more awareness around how we protect and use our backcountry.
One of the concerns in this part of the Fraser River is the pipeline, I guess, that they're going to be building from the oil sands up down to Burnaby.
Right at the headwaters up Mount Robson, I was shocked at the temperature of the water. The global impact was really obvious to me, that we are warming the waters at a rate that is hard to deal with.
We were paddling by these logs that it would take like 3 people linking arms to wrap their arms around, you know, I mean, so you have these issues like old growth logging and like salmon farms, fish farms that are fish farms that are placed right in the corridor where our native salmon are migrating. You know, so they're spreading their disease into the waters of salmon that are migrating right up the Fraser River, you know. So there are a lot of issues that need to be discussed, and obviously solutions at this point aren't coming from the top down. So there needs to be a way to start discussing some of these things at the grassroots level, and I think that's where solutions are going to come from, is from us.
The program immerses people in nature full on. They tackle the tough issues of our time that threaten the health of our riversheds and our environment. And they talk about the solutions, what needs to be done through leadership, through action, through getting involved with their community.
It's a real eye-opener to see what has happened as we approach a large metropolis area in comparison to the upper middle Fraser.
It was neat to leave the mouth of the river today and to be in the ocean and feel the different waves and see the different water, see the urban sprawl before us.
I feel like I came on this trip just to get some knowledge and some facts and some things I could share with my students, and I feel like I came away with a full understanding of all these people and what it really means to have a connection to a place and to an environment and to the river. And I feel like not only did I form a relationship with all the people, I kind of also formed a relationship with the river, and I know where it comes from, and I know where it passes by, and I know what it needs to survive and what is affecting it. So I feel like I've grown to have a really deep understanding of the river that we got to travel.
We want these young, passionate individuals to return to their communities inspired to make change.